Yo, it's your boy Domwork, man. Today I'm back with some more tips on how to become a better guard on NBA 2K20, man. Yo, shout out to everybody who went and supported the last video on how to be a comp guard part 1. Yo, the feedback I got on that video is crazy, man. I'm happy to see that a lot of people were able to, get something from the video, learn something new that they can add to their game to get better, man. I swear on everything, I only had like 400 subs when I dropped that video. Came back now, I got like 3,000 subs, man. So shout out to everybody who subbed up. I appreciate that. But yo, look, man, let's get into it. Look, in the last video, I showed y'all a crab move, right? But a lot of comments were asking like how to do it. Then I realized I never showed y'all how to do it. So I'm gonna start off this video by revisiting that move and showing y'all how to do it and how to actually crab somebody with it. So yeah, we back into my court with it. Now the crab move can be used to do two things, man. One is misdirect your opponent, and the second is to crab your opponent, which is keeping them behind you so that you can get your shot off open. Because if you remember what I said in the last video, if your opponent is behind you, you're open. Now this is the crab move right here. This is what it looks like. Now this is a very simple move to do, bro. All you have to do, go in your mod court, flick your right stick. Matter of fact, hold RT and flick your right stick to the opposite ball hand. That's it, bro. And that's gonna give you the crab move, the crab animation, and that's how you do it. It's simple. Now by itself, it doesn't look like much, right? But I'm telling you right now, bro, this move right here is one of the deadliest moves in the game, depending on how you use it. Now in the last video, I showed y'all how to misdirect somebody with the crab move. I showed a couple examples of it, right? But now I'm gonna show y'all how to actually get somebody crabbed with it. Now in this example right here, this dude's all over the place, so it's easy to crab him. That's the thing about getting crabbed, bro. If you're a bad defender, if you start slacking off and you're playing somebody who's comp, they're gonna crab you just like this, man. You see he's stuck, he can't do nothing, he can't get back in front. Now this is a move almost every comp guard uses, bro. Like, you gotta know how to do this. You gotta know how to crab somebody. You gotta know how to take advantage of defenders when they get out of position and make them pay for it. It's all about getting a bucket, man. It might be a cheesy tactic, but I tell you what, it helps you get to a bucket, and that's all that matters, man. Now when it comes to crabbing somebody with this crab move, what you want to look for is when a defender is chasing you. When you see them chasing you, you know it's an opportunity to get them crabbed. So when you see this right here, you could stop and get right into that little crab move. And I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna get stuck behind you. Granted, you time it right and you at the right angle. You gotta find the angles. So much in this game is about timing, man. Timing is so important in 2K, bro. But as you can see, right here, I know I could get him crabbed because I know the animation, that I know it's gonna pull me that way. I know the angle it's gonna take me in, and I know he's gonna get stuck behind me. Again, boom, got him. Simple, and it's a bucket, man. Learn them angles and the animations and learn your timing. Now this move, the crab will look different depending on what size of package you have on. Now I use Allen Iverson, man, just so y'all know. Now before we get into any more moves, I want to put y'all onto a practice technique that I use, right? So go to your mod court, right? Invite an NBA player from your team over and play him one-on-one, right? Now you like, why am I gonna play a bot one-on-one? Well look, when you dribbling in a mod court, you dribbling in front of nothing, right? It's easy. But when you put a bot in front of you, it gives you a sense of having a defender on you. So you want to practice your moves with the defender in front of you. So that way, once you get to the park, you don't feel out of place. You don't feel weird dribbling, you know what I'm saying? Because you're used to having something in front of you. Now, the fact of the matter is, these bots are going to guard you better than most players in the park. The bot knows your every move. So I always say, like, my rule of thumb is this, right? If it works on a bot, it'll work on a human in the park, bro. And I ain't never been wrong yet. Because any move that I use to cook a bot, I can use the same move on a human player and it cooks them even worse. So yeah, you could practice your moves without the bot in front of you. But once you feel like you got it down, add the player to your court and play him one-on-one and then try the moves out against them. I guarantee this is going to help you get way better with your dribbling, bro. Trust me. Now, a lot of people have been asking, like, what's my SIGs? In the last video, I got a lot of comments asking about the SIGs, man. Now, look, here's my SIGs on the screen, bro. For dribble style, I'm rocking with quick. For the SIZEUP package, I'm rocking with AI. Moving crossover is Pro 2. Moving behind the back, Pro 6. Moving spin, basic 1. And the moving hezzy, Pro 3. Now for the next part of the video, you're going to want to have on these SIGs if you want your moves to look like, you know what I mean, like what I'm going to show you. So the next thing I'm going to get into is combos, man. Dribble combos, stringing moves together in order to misdirect your opponent. Now I gotta reiterate, when I talk about combos, I'm not talking about glitching. I'm not talking about doing a million spin moves and all that weird shit. What I'm talking about is taking the moves one by one, putting them together, and making one big move with it. Like I said, all that glitching and shit, that's straight, but that's not my lane, bro. That's not how I play the game. Now, if y'all remember from 2K19, there was a thing called rhythm dribbles, right? Where you flick up on the right stick and the shit did the move for you. That shit took no skill. All people would do was just flick up and they would do a million combos and all that for them. And it was bad, bro. But because of that, you had a lot of people with no stick skill that could excel as a guard. But that breeded what you have now in 2K20, which is guards that do this all day. Because they don't know how to dribble. They can't combine moves. They don't know how to do combos. So this is all they could do. Now, this might work against some average defenders, man. But if you're playing somebody who knows what they're doing, they're going to clamp that. So you don't really want to be this kind of guard, man. This is really predictable. And it's just not, I mean, like, who wants to play like that all day? Say I'm in a mock court and I hit something like this, right? Something simple, right? Ain't nothing crazy. But I'm going to break it down so y'all can see each individual move. Now, the first move in this combo is the AI SIZEUP. You get this animation by flicking up. All you got to do is flick up on the right stick, and you're going to get that animation. So you let that play out. Then you hit the between the legs, diagonally down to the opposite ball hand. In this case, diagonal right. Then immediately after that, you hit down on the right stick so you can get that behind the back. And then if y'all been paying attention, y'all know the next move is the momentum between the legs. The same move that I showed y'all in my last video. Now you'll hear a lot of players complain that there's no moves in 2K20. But if you ask me, I think there's enough moves in the game, to be honest. But I think a lot of people just like the creativity to put them together. These kind of moves really work with sizing up your opponent, man. They don't really know which way you're gonna go. And that's the best part about it. When you just spam left to right, you're easy to read. Now the key to effectively comboing moves is all about your rhythm and your timing, bro. You gotta make sure that you know what hand the ball is gonna be in, so that way you can you flow with the combos, man. And there's no hesitation, there's no delays or nothing like that. Everything is smooth, and you can kill your defender off. Now the only way to do that and get your timing right is by getting in the mod court and practicing, bro. You gotta practice. Like I've been reiterating that for so long, man. You gotta practice this shit. And then once you practice all the moves enough, and you practice combining this one with that one, you'll be out there combining all kind of shit that you never even thought of, bro. I'm telling you, it'll feel like second nature. You won't even be thinking about it. So look, man, it's up to you. If you want to be a guard who just spams the left to right and goes back and forth left to right all day, that's on you, man. But look, I'm showing y'all how I get open and how I do it. And I ain't got to spam no left to right or nothing like that. I'm shifting people. You see, I'm shifting people. I'm comboing up and I'm shifting people. So when you hear people crying about there being no moves in the game, just know that's BS. There's plenty of moves. You just got to combo them up. You got to combo them up, learn how to put one move with the other, and learn how to cook somebody with it, man. So I hope the little breakdowns help, man. Now, as much as we love cooking somebody one-on-one in the ISO, you also have to know how to run a pick and roll. Now, when it comes to pick and roll in the park, my whole goal is to get that center's big ass out the paint. Because look, when you run with an inside center, the other team's center is going to sit in the paint until you give them a reason to come out. As simple as that. So until that center starts coming up, my job is to use the screen, get them threes in the air and through the net. Straight greens only. You don't want to be white in them, man. You want to green them so that he know that he has to come up. You want him to know he has to come up, bro. He ain't got no choice but to come up. So once that paint becomes vulnerable, after the center starts coming up and trying to help, that's when your center can slip, roll. That's when you can send your corner back door, your hash back door, whatever you want to do. Now I'm going to break down some pick and roll scenarios for y'all. Now, one thing the defender can do is try to play over the screen or play above the screen, right? But you still want to take the opportunity to use that screen to your advantage. So most times, if not every time, when a defender tries to play above the screen, they're gonna end up chasing you. So anytime a defender is chasing you, he's at a disadvantage, and you want to take advantage of that. So because I know their momentum is like gonna be crazy chasing me, I hit them with the curry behind the back, and they go flying almost every single time. This move works 99% of the time when a defender is chasing you over a screen. I'm telling you, bro, it's a kill. Now the next way some people defend the pick and roll is by playing under it. This is a bad idea. Anytime the defense plays under the screen, you're more than likely going to be able to get open for a 3. I mean, that's just the bottom line. You got Hall of Fame range extender, Hall of Fame quick draw. They're not going to be able to play under the screen and still get back to contest a shot. It's not happening, bro. It's not happening. So look for your shot anytime you see that. Now the next defense they might throw at y'all is playing sides. Now this is what you call playing sides right here. One man takes the left, one man takes the right, nobody runs into the screen. Now the problem for the defense with this is the paint is open. So now either your center can attack the paint off a slip, or he can hold it and you can send your corner back door. But the best thing to do in this situation is to have your center just slip down the middle. If the corner helps, then you dot your man in the corner. If the corner doesn't help, you hit your man on the roll, and that's buckets, man. Now it's 16 to 18 in this game right here. I got sharp takeover. My mindset is get a 3 off, right? I'm not trying to take no 2s and stretch the game out. I'm trying to end it right here. So I start getting into my little size ups, and then I see the guard get killed by the screen. So at this point, if that center don't step up, then it's a wrap for him. But again, my mindset is get a 3 off, and I know for a fact that I can shoot from fucking Uganda, right? So the center might not be able to make it up to me in time. But if for whatever reason he does, I can hit my man on a roll, right? But what y'all need to remember is that most interior bigs or most centers, they do not have good perimeter defense. So they contest on the perimeter are weak. So keeping all that in mind, I pull up and I take this shot right here. I'm trying to end the game. I'm trying to get him the hell off the court. So now, this is what you call a win-win situation right here. I got sharp takeover. It's 18. We're trying to end the game. I take this shot. Now, if I make it, it's game. If I miss, my man got the board. He's right down there already. He ain't got nobody down there with him. So if y'all remember what I talked about in my last video, if the defender does not get a hand in your face on your release, it's going to be a light contest and it's going to be a greenable shot. So look, for a center to really contest you off of a pick and roll situation like that, he's going to have to jump. So always be wary. You just kind of have to read them and see if they're going to jump or not. But always be looking for that. If they give you that room, take the shot because your center's going to have the free board. Now the last thing I'm gonna talk about real quick is passing the ball, bro. This is so important, man. You have to see the floor as a point guard. If you want to be an elite point guard, you have to be able to see the floor. You have to be able to see the open man. You cannot get baited. You have to be seeing people who's in the lanes. You have to pay attention to all that. Now I'm not gonna lie, it's easier said than done, bro. A lot of people don't want to run point guard because it's tough, man. When you're playing decent people, playing point guard is not easy, bro. Getting baited, not getting baited is not easy, bro. But look, I'm gonna go over dotting real quick, man, and what dotting is. How do you throw a dot? So check out this play, right? My man cuts to the paint. Now if I throw him this pass, it's a good chance he might get blocked because it's just not on time. It's gonna be late. But because he's open, I know the defense isn't just gonna sit there and watch him stay open. They're gonna collapse on him, right? So knowing that, I throw the pass to the corner instead. So now the corner is wide open for a shot. That's what you call a dot. Dotting is all about reading a rotation and making the right read. Good teams and good players, they're going to try to rotate and bait you. Look at this play right here, right? We have a guy open on the right hash. Now, so when I catch the ball, obviously, you know, I'm gonna hit the guy that's open, right? So knowing that, this guy in the corner is gonna rotate because he's gonna bait that pass. So because he's been rotating all game, and I've seen that, I decided to dot the corner instead because I know he's gonna come up and try to guard that hash. Now you might say, I didn't see any icons, how is it a dot? Well, what you can do is you can hold A, and what that's gonna do, it's gonna throw the ball to your teammate that's furthest away. And in the park, same concept. You see the man gonna rotate, you bait him into rotating, and you dot your man in the corner open, man, on time, so he gets an open shot off and gets a bucket, man. Now I ain't gonna dive too deep into passing, man, but look, one thing I want to say is this: to be a good passer and to be a good playmaker, you have to be watching people's tendencies on the court. You have to be seeing how they moving and how they trying to bait throughout the game. You have to take note of that stuff so then you can make your plays accordingly. So many people don't pay attention to the tendencies of the people they're playing, and I'm telling you, if you do that, if you pay attention, the game becomes a lot easier because you can use that to exploit them. But yo, it's a long one, but hey, hopefully y'all learned something from it. You can get something from it, man. Apply it to your game to get better. You already know the vibe. It's your boy Domric, man. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.